Starfield. I'm not gonna lie. Starfield could have had a better representation of their game. Starfield, to me, was not that impressive. It was not that impressive. For all the hype and everything that we've been waiting on, it was not that impressive. This was one of the moments where it's like, yo, like Starfield, they about to show it, and it ain't hit. It ain't hit. So let's get into it. Now, first off, graphically, it looks good. Like, it looks good. But when you have, like, your flagship title, something that everybody's talking about, it needs to be better than good. It needs to be like, oh, like, when we saw Callisto, that was like, wow. Like, what is happening here? Like, we need that moment for Starfield. That didn't happen. So graphically, it looks good. That's one. Two, I need to see more footage, because the footage that I saw on multiple channels, it looked like it was stuttering a little bit. Like they was having issues with the engine. And this is a problem because there was a leak from a developer that used to work on this game, and they said that the engine is still choppy, it's still messed up, it's not looking good. And from what we saw, that developer that leaked that is looking accurate right now. Period. The third thing I want to say is this. There's no sense of story. They telling you that you gotta play your own story out. I don't like when game developers do that, because it makes it seem like there's no focus, like there's no direction on the game. There's just a bunch of stuff here that you can explore and play around with it. But why? Like what's the point? What's the purpose? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So they gotta fix that. Like, Starfield at this point is looking more overhyped than like a real good game that everybody's looking forward to. For real. Now, to me, Starfield is like a mixture of Mass Effect and like No Man's Sky and a little bit of Fallout. But Fallout had a story. You understood why you was doing what you was doing and what was going on. That's why Fallout 4 was such a huge hit. Mass Effect, there's a story. We know what's going on. Like, we know what we got to do. Huge hit. Starfield seems like they're trying to make up for the fact that they lost and missed out on having BioWare as a studio that they could own, and owning Mass Effect back in the 360 days. And now here we got Starfield. And from the flying to all the planets you could visit, to the combat, to the animation, it was underwhelming. It was not, it didn't even feel like I was looking at it like a next-gen title. Now, don't get me wrong, the world is huge. That's amazing. That's next-gen, you know, like. But outside of all of that, no. Starfield got to be better. The next time they show Starfield, we need to see a whole level playthrough without no interruption, without no talking or nothing. You just play the game and we see it straight up. Because if this game is supposed to come out this year and this is what they're showing, nah, B. This ain't it. In terms of what next gen, this ain't it. This is not it. So to me, Starfield was underwhelming. Very overhyped. It looks okay. The worlds and all the stuff you could do, that stuff right there is amazing in terms of all the planets and all that stuff right there. That's amazing. But the actual combat and looking at it, like there was some parts where it appeared a little stiff. They gotta do better with Starfield. So that's what I wanted to talk about regarding the Xbox Game Showcase. So what did y'all think about Xbox Showcase? In y'all opinion,